Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My corgi just jumped up. She wants to say hi. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm going to talk about The Way Home Season 2 theories. So if you have not seen The Way Home, you can stream it on Peacock. It's a Hallmark show, and binge season 1, catch up on season 1, catch up on season 2, and then come back and watch my video because there will be season 2 spoilers since this is a season 2 The Way Home theory video. But if you haven't seen the show, you're gonna love it. You're gonna get addicted to it. It's about a time traveling pond in Canada. But anyway, so let's go ahead and let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Goodwins. Who are the Goodwins? I have a theory that the Goodwins are time travelers. The girl Casey, I think she is Alice's daughter, and she is a time traveler because she just showed up out of nowhere. Her eyes perked up when she heard about Jacob, when she heard them talking about Jacob, when she heard Jacob's name. And there was this weird interactions with her and Catherine and Alice. And she says to Alice at the cafe, she's like, well, you know what it's like being the new person in town. And like, that was a weird line of dialogue. So I think she's Alice and Noah's daughter. If she's not, she's somehow related to Alice. She's somehow related to them. There's some connection. And in the past, Susanna talked about Goodwin, the bad guy, and she said that he liked to keep knowledge away from him. So I think the Goodwins somehow figured out how to time travel. And we have not seen any flashbacks of Evelyn. We haven't seen what Evelyn looks like at all. We've heard about Evelyn, and Evelyn was gone for periods of time. Like Elliot would watch her house, would watch the manor in the summer. She was gone every summer. And she would, I think they said she's in Europe. So I believe that the Goodwins are time travelers. And there was this moment when Casey says, I want to be around print media before print is gone. So that suggests to me that Casey Goodwin is from the future. And she's talked about her father. We haven't seen the dad. We haven't seen Casey's father. And the Goodwins want to buy the Landry farm. Why? They want to buy it because the time traveling pond is there. And in the most recent episode in Elliot's journal, there was the drawing of the pond, it being the time travel portal, and the tunnels, the Goodwin tunnels. And they brought that up. Susanna talked about the tunnels, and she was like, I know these tunnels are used for smuggling, and I know these tunnels like the back of my hand. Which, like, why would they bring up these tunnels? Like they wouldn't bring up these tunnels for no reason. And so I think the tunnels have something to do with time travel with the pond. Next theory, Colton. Colton was in the first episode watching himself and young Jacob. That was obviously Colton, his silhouette, that was Colton. I don't know if Colton time travels or if it's like a Force ghost, but that was Colton. There's a lot of things that they are gonna have to answer. There's only 2 episodes left, I think, and I don't know how they're gonna answer everything. We gotta have a season 3. But so, and Colton keeps being brought back up. He's in like pretty much every episode. He's in a bunch of flashbacks. They wouldn't bring Colton back up for no reason. And Colton only died because Catherine and Alice time traveled. It's like how Jacob, he really didn't actually go missing. He time traveled. So those things happened because of time travel. Those things didn't happen before the time travel. But so Colton is something that has to be answered. So Jacob. I'm really excited because the next episode, they really look like they're going to delve in. They're going to talk about what happened to Jacob. I, the part with Jacob in the 1800s is what I care about the most. I feel like they're gonna have to, Andie MacDowell's character Dell is going to have to help Catherine get Jacob back. I feel like it's either going to be Alice, Catherine, and Dell, Andie MacDowell's character, are going to have to bring Jacob back together, all three of them, or Catherine and Dell. Because in the poster, Andie MacDowell was shown with Catherine and Alice looking into the pond. Dell, Alice, and Catherine on the poster for season 2 are all looking into the pond. So they're going to have to tell Dell. And I feel like, just tell her, like, give her closure. But, so I don't know, like, I feel like they're going to have to bring Jacob back to the present because the show is called The Way Home, and there's all this anticipation and buildup about getting Jacob back. That's what the show's about. But I don't know, like, they're going to have to come up with some lie of where he was for 20-something years. Like, they're going to have to lie to the whole town and come up with some kind of lie to explain, oh yeah, Jacob's just here out of the blue. So, Nick. So I knew Nick was going to have a role to play because if they just wanted to close the character's story, it just would have been like, oh, Alice was my first love in that conversation in season 1, and Alice would have gotten closure. But he has been in every flashback of the past, and he has been in the show. And I knew when he showed back up that his fiance had called off the wedding because he wouldn't just like show back up to buy a boat. But Nick found Elliot's journal that I paused it. Well, after I watched it live and I was able to like pause it, I paused it and read what the journal, and I read the drawing that showed the tunnels and the pond, and Nick read the whole thing. So like in Elliot's journal, if you pause it in this most recent episode, he talks about how he met Alice and how he says, I met this girl. She says her name is Alice. She claims to be Kat's daughter. She claims she's a time traveler. I saw her go in the water. I didn't see her come back up. I think she's telling the truth. It goes on and on and on. So Nick was already suspicious in the episode before that when he heard Alice sing. And so now, my corgi was barking. So now Nick knows, like he knows the whole thing. Like it was all in the journal passage. Drama. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes next. And I remember like when I was watching the scene with him on the boat and he's talking to Alice, like how weird that would be and how weird that is and awkward for Alice, because for her, she saw him like the other day and he was like around her, he was her age. And that would be like really weird if your first love was your friend's daughter. but so I'm excited to see like what happens next with the drama. And the parts of Nick and Alice are sad to me. You know, time travel romance is always kind of doomed. Obviously Catherine has a romance with Thomas, the masculine Canadian rum runner. I like him. I always like rogues. I've written a book called Kept by the Wind and Sky, which is a pirate fantasy story. It's a pirate fantasy series. And I have a lot of rogues. And I have a main character who's named Catherine, who's named Kat as well, except she's not a time traveler. She's an inventor. But anyways, obviously Catherine in The Way Home and Thomas are going to have a romance. When I saw the trailer for season 2 and I saw my Catherine. I was like, this sounds romantic. Like, this sounds like something a man would say about a woman romantically. And then they tried to make you think it wasn't, that it was Jacob. But then the one episode when he was like, when Thomas was like bathing in the water, I was like, it's him. Like, he's the one that wrote my Catherine. But yet again, you know, it's time travel romance. I feel like it's kind of doomed, but unless they do something crazy, like a crazy twist, but I really like his character. I will probably do another video because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of different theories that I could talk about. So I'll probably do a part 2, and I'll probably do a video after the season wraps up. I don't know how they're gonna end it. Like, I don't know how it's gonna end. Like, is it gonna be they pop out of the pond with Jacob? But if you guys have any theories, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what your theories are. I love anything to do with time travel. I love it. It doesn't matter. It can be time traveling DeLorean, which there is Back to the Future reference in the show. I don't care. I don't care what it is. It can be magical time traveling stones, a time machine, a portal. I love time travel. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And if you are interested in my book, Kept by the Wind and Sky, I will link the information in the description box. If you love adventure and pirates, it's set in a steampunk fantasy inspired world. And there's a lot of lovable, dashing rogues in there and a lot of lovable scallywags. But thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like it and please give it a big thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.